What is going on, boys? Today we are back with another video today talking about mining. This is kind of like the full guide to mining. All this mining information that I could possibly spew onto a page is here. Due to my last video about about money making methods, you guys seem to want to know a lot more about mining, best setup, powder, all that good stuff. So we will be covering everything in this video, everything I can possibly think of. If I miss anything, make sure to ask in the comments and I will be sure to help you guys out. But let's get into it. So first of all, when you're first getting started with mining, now this can be on bingo, this can be on iron, this can be on anything. Really, you're going to want to start with clayside armor. Clayside armor is nice because of the bonus mining speed, also the defense so that you're not dying, and obviously the set bonus, which doesn't really matter when you're first starting out, but it is something. This is gotten from killing ice walkers. And then you're also going to want to get an efficiency 5 all enchanted diamond pick, efficiency 5 all enchanted fractured mithril pick for titanium commissions, and you're going to want to do dwarven mines commissions until Heart of the Mountain 3. You can do dailies or you can do them all at once, depends how long you want to grind for. As for a pet, probably use a silverfish pet to get the most mining XP out of it. There's no other really good early game mining pets. Even armadillo isn't that great in dwarven, so I would just stick to a silverfish pet. From there, once you hit Heart of the Mountain 3, pick a Nimbus off AH, or if you're an Iron Man, try to do a nucleus run and drop one. But you want to start doing Crystal Hollows commissions. You want to use the Pico Nimbus to mine gemstones, and do not use it to mine anything else, otherwise you'll be wasting uses. This is kind of the long grindy part of mining. You want to grind Crystal Hollows commissions until Heart of the Mountain 6. At this point, you don't really have to wait for dailies because you get 400 Heart of the Mountain XP per commission, and you can grind out those commissions super easily. You can get 20k Heart of the Mountain XP an hour if you have a good route setup. Things that will obviously speed this up is obtaining a royal pigeon after a certain amount of commissions. I actually don't remember how many. I can go check though. And a royal pigeon is obtained after 500 commissions done, and then the travel scroll to the nucleus is the other really important item that's going to speed up a lot of commissions you get after 750 commissions done. So obviously that's a ways in the future, but the sooner you get those unlocked, which is why waiting for dailies once you get Heart of the Mountain 3 isn't really your best friend, because you want to get as many commissions as done as quickly as possible so you can get royal pigeon and also your travel scroll to the nucleus. You could also work on getting a bow pet and leveling that. You're going to need that in the future. It's not really going to help you. I would still stick to using silverfish to claim those commissions because of the bonus mining experience, which you're going to need to level up your mining to get more fortune. Once you hit Heart of the Mountain 6, so the early game parts, they're all pretty straightforward. You just have to grind. You just have to do it. You have to suck it up and do it. Otherwise, you're never going to be making any real money. Heart of the Mountain 6 is where things start to change. You want to get a gemstone gauntlet as soon as possible. This is the best budget mining item in the game. Here's also where you can start powder grinding, but I would recommend waiting till Heart of the Mountain 7 because of the powder perk that gives 50% more powder, which is going to save you a lot of time. Obviously, upgrading Mole and Great Explorer will help with most of your powder grinding. Your armor should move from Glaciite to Sorrow. You should be making a decent amount of money just from grinding powder in the Precursor Ruins and also in the jungle with a jungle pickaxe where you get sludge. You can also at this point get mineral armor and start mining in the gold in Mines of Devons if you want to make a decent amount of money to be able to get that Sorrow and get that gemstone gauntlet. Most importantly though, you just need to hit Heart of the Mountain 7 as soon as possible. I would recommend grind Heart of the Mountain XP through every single event in Crystal Hollows except during ×2 powder. This is where I'd recommend powder grinding just to get started a little bit. You could also start gold grinding for money at this point with Sorrow, with mineral, with a gemstone gauntlet. It should help out a lot and you'll be getting a decent amount of powder at this point. Now here is where it gets extremely complicated. So once you hit Heart of the Mountain 7, you start to make some real money. You should begin working on an X655 drill, perfect gemstones, and perfect gemstone chamber Devons. At first, only get 3 chambers on each for Jade and Topaz because Amber isn't really necessary until you want to max the set. Work on Jaded, the Reforge for all pieces, and recon them as well. Powder grind till at least 4 mil powder. But to completely max mining speed 2 and mining fortune 2, you should get 8 mil of each powder. A gemstone mining tree is going to go up the left side, while a power mining tree is going to go up the left side or the middle. A gemstone mining tree is going to look like this with Sky Mall and hopefully reduce pickaxe cooldown by 20%, because this, as long as you go into Crystal Hollows, so if I were to enter Crystal Hollows right now, as long as I don't go back to the Mines of Devon ever, it will permanently stay as reduced pickaxe cooldown. And this works, this is the only buff that works inside of Crystal Hollows. The extra powder might, but that would only be from mining blocks and not from powder grinding. And this does increase the amount of money you make because you're using your ability more and more often. The best ability is also mining speed boost, but if you go up the left side like this, make sure you grab these two, and obviously powder isn't going to matter. When you are powder grinding, you just swap Sky Mall for powder buff, or you can also go up the middle and then also get quick forge if you want to be forging things at the same time. Get a quick claw on your bow for ruby mining. Get an epic / legendary Scatha with a quick claw for any other kind of mining, including mining gold and mining jade. Mine jade if you are lazy and don't want to set up roots, but for maximum money from NPC, especially with bazaar prices dying, set up ruby roots and mine them for hours. When setting up ruby roots, you want to use a pick that doesn't consume fuel to set them up, so you don't have to leave for fuel in the middle of a mining session that destroys your ruby roots. Because if you didn't know, if you have to be a certain amount of blocks or a certain amount of chunks close enough to your ruby roots for them to properly respawn, otherwise they just straight up won't respawn, unfortunately. I am not going to supply you guys with a ruby root because I don't want to have a million people have my ruby root whenever I'm using it, but I'm sure there are plenty online you can go search up, or you can go and search for your own ruby roots by just mining out chunks and looking for rubies in them. Gemstones do not change based on whatever lobby you enter. Like, you know how the lobby kind of shuffles around, your gemstones will always stay the same no matter what. That's why ruby roots work and you can save them. A max mining setup is full 5-chambered recom divans with jaded with all perfect gemstones. It also has an X655 drill. The reason why you don't want a Devon's drill is because it's not worth the price tag. You're never going to make that money back. So you want an X655 drill, recommed with auspicious with perfect gemstones, pristine 5, fortune 4, compact 10, efficiency 10. Mine doesn't have efficiency 10. You also want a perfectly cut fuel tank, an amber polished drill engine, which it also gives a hidden 100 fortune buff, which most people don't know about, other than just the mining speed, which is why it's worth getting, and a Sunnyside Goblin omelet for the bonus fortune. I have a ruby base tier drill, like this one, with a blue cheese Goblin omelet, and swap to that for your right click ability, which should be mining speed boost, because you get a better mining speed boost. Your pet should be level 100, legendary bow with a quick claw for ruby, and for anything else use an epic / legendary quick clawed level 100 Scatha. For the new Crimson Isle equipment, you want to get them all recommed and glistening, and use the glowstone gauntlet because it gives base mining fortune, and the ancient cloak because it gives base mining fortune. Glistening, while they are legendary, gives plus 12 mining fortune already, and then you can use whatever you want for the belt. And for the necklace, I would recommend just the Thunderbolt necklace because it's really cheap, but you could use any necklace that you want. I know I went through a lot of this really quickly. If you guys have any questions, make sure to join the Discord or comment them. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I stream every single day at 7 p.m. CST or Central Time at twitch.tv/theogyadi. I hope to see you guys there. I love seeing new people stop by and people from YouTube stop by, just because this is cool and YouTube is all good and new to me. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.